Hello and welcome to another edition of Cold Can Reviews. I'm your host Mian, and today we're going to be trying something that I shouldn't be excited for, but I really am. Today we're going to be trying Hormel tamales. Definitely a food item that they expect everyone to cook fully. I actually haven't read through this, if these are even edible right away, but I can't imagine they're not. They're more than likely are pre-cooked, but I'll check just to make sure. Really excited for them. I have no idea what to expect. I'm a fan of tamales outside of canned goods, but we're going to have to find out what it's like. Let's get this open. I'm looking over the can now, and it seems to be talking about some sort of paper wrapping that needs to be removed before serving, so when we get it open we'll have to see what that is, but I'm ready to take them off if need be. And also, it's 3 tamales per can. Decent nutrition facts, 190 calories for 1.5, I guess, if it's 2 servings it can. Not terrible ingredients. It seems pretty straightforward. It's just tamales, and they recommend covering it in a skillet or microwaving it or something like that. But I mean, we're just gonna eat it cold as always. There's a nice picture of them, and let's see here. There you go, 425 grams or 15 ounces. So that's pretty good amount of food. And also, unlike most cans nowadays, no pull tab, which is kind of exciting because I enjoy doing the actual can opener. Well, let's get this open then. Okay, well I'm gonna try to do this on camera, but if I can't, then I can't. Is that right? No. That was correct. Oh god. There it is. Cool. Looks like that's not going to work. But we got it open. I'll come back when it's open. We have this almost open now. I forgot to mention, but I'm sure you might have saw it. It's their beef tamales and chili sauce. And yeah, beef tamales and chili sauce. So let's get the peel going here. Hopefully the lighting. A lot of fat separation at the top there. Which is interesting. I think that's fat separation. I don't know. You can see the can lines in here. These aren't even that old, but they were dusty. I got these from Walmart for about $1.50, and it was likely not many of these were bought before. But let's prod around with the fork and we'll see what happens in there. Huh. So I found that. It's going in the box. This is definitely going to be a very messy can. I'm really disappointed with this already. These aren't, they're in shreds. This is bad. But I've got some meat now. We're going to try to eat it. I'm going to clean my hands off and we're going to do that. I'm looking at this now. I made a mistake earlier. It's not 3 tamales a can, it's 6 tamales a can. My bad. My bad. Let's, I think we've got one here though we're gonna go for. So that's one of them, I think. It's part of one. It's split open. You can see the beef inside. Not very cool. I was hoping they'd be still very circular. Oh, they just fell apart. I was hoping it'd be intact. I hope they'd be like straight up in the can and not like just kind of mushed together like they are, because it makes it really difficult. I think I threw a whole one away on accident because it was so weird. I'm gonna take a bite of this. It's not good. It's not really bad. It's incredibly mediocre. Like I said before, I've had tamales out of a can. I've had tamales. No, I haven't had tamales out of a can. I've had tamales cooked normally. Oh, this one's good. Because you see here, this one's pretty well wrapped together. So we're just going to try to do this closer so you can maybe see it still. Just gonna unfold it. Cool. There's the paper. And there's the whole tamale. This is so messy, but there's the tamale. I'm just gonna take a bite out of it. Oh god, no I'm not. Okay, oh, there we go. Here's a good shot of the filling. So as you can see, there's a really thin layer of meat in there. I'm not even sure what tamales are. I think they're somewhat corn related. But there's the meat on the inside, and there's a lot of the husk or whatever. So we're gonna eat this. They're just so mediocre. They have almost no flavor. They're not good out of the can. I cannot imagine these would be good out of, like, cooked correctly either. Okay, the can's saying 5 tamales, so I guess it's 5 tamales a can? I don't know. This can is interesting. We're gonna get back to eating more though. I freed another one out of there. I don't know what I'm eating anymore. I think with that first one that we pulled out, I think it fell apart. And I think a lot of it washed to the bottom of this can, and that's what I'm eating now. But I think there's 3 more in there? I really don't know. This is an interesting can, and I'm not very happy with it. But hey, they're edible, that's for sure. They're edible. I really hope this doesn't drip. Oh god, it's dripping. Oh god. I just wanted to show you how, like, slimy they are. And they're dripping everywhere. Oh god. Oh, got on my rug. Ugh. They also just, they fall apart so easily. Like with little touch, they just break off. It's so hard to eat. 2 tamales left. My halfway through impressions. They're not very good. They're just, they're super bland. They're super hard to eat. These are a chore to consume, and they're really small for tamales as far as tamales go. And take a look at this picture on the can. That is not what you get at all. That's got more meat than whatever the other stuff is. And these are for sure way less meat. So not my favorite can so far. And this one's like half the size of the other ones. Cool. 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 Oh god. I'm just gonna unwrap both of these right now, and then we can go from there. This is so ineffective. Why do they need to wrap them? I don't really know why. I guess they wrap them because you're supposed to cook them, but in reality, oh, that's great. It caught on the side of the can and just fell into my desk. Awesome. Hands are covered in chili sauce. Really fun. Really cool. Really cool. My impressions are bad. This is not a fun can. We got 2 tamales in the can. Hopefully you can see that. And then we got a lot of sauce at the bottom, which I'm interested about. I just can't imagine these would be good to cook with, or to cook at all. I feel like it would be way more difficult to cook with these than just eat them like I'm eating them. And they're so smushed. Look at that. It's terrible. Alright, I'm scraping the bottoms of the can now. I'm pulling up chunks. I don't really know of what. Well, I just finished the can. There's a lot of sauce at the bottom, and I'll get to that. My desk's a mess. My desk's a mess. My carpet's a little messy. My hands are covered. That was a pain to eat. It tasted okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't really good. I mean, I'm just really disappointed. I'm really disappointed with how this came. I thought they were gonna be just 5 or so straight up tamales in a can, and I was just gonna pull them out and eat them. I guess it's kind of what they were at the end, but they were squished and they were covered in the paper, which made it so much harder to eat. And then I needed a box. I needed all this stuff. Just wasn't a good can. But I am going to drink some of this stuff at the bottom because it's just kind of what this show's evolved to. And then we'll get on to the reviewing. So, bottoms up. Wow. That was a lot of chunks. Okay. It's so mediocre. What is this in? Chili sauce? Chili sauce. Not very chili. It's very much just water. With I don't know. You know, honestly, they could have packaged these with just water, and then because they sat on the shelf for who knows how long, they would turn into chili sauce because of all the weird beef that fell out of the tamales. Because it didn't stay apart either. They didn't stay together at all. So yeah, wouldn't surprise me if I learned this was just water, and just kind of happened to naturally become whatever it's supposed to be now. I'm gonna keep drinking. Just not good. This isn't good either. Because this is just 100% beef water, this is a great beef flavor. This is really beefy compared to the tamales that were supposed to be beefy, that weren't at all. This is okay. This is almost better than the actual thing. Not many people have the palate to take, or the texture ability to drink chili sauce out of a can with a straw. But I kind of enjoy it more. It tastes better, that's for sure, because the tamales didn't really taste like anything. It's also easier to consume. And you get a bendy straw. That's really cool. Oh, okay. Just a little gag. Just a little bit. Not much. Well, I drank the whole can. I'll take the can. I was that actually happy with it that I drank the whole thing. As you can see, it's a lot. Not very fun at all. Yeah, let's get into the reviewing section. So we finished up. That was Hormel. I can't say this. Hormel. I don't know. Hormel tamales and beef and chili sauce. No artificial ingredients. U.S. inspected and passed. Okay, that's cool. As I've said many times, I'm disappointed in this can. I was expecting something great, and I got something pretty bad. This was, in my opinion, maybe not yours, but in my opinion, this was one of the first wacky canned goods that everybody's been suggesting. It's also the first suggested can I did, which, by the way, if you want to suggest cans, the Discord's the way to do it. The link will be in the description. I thought, this seemed like a silly, wacky one, like the funny ones that people suggest all the time that are, weird and no one expects you to actually, well, people expect me to eat them, but they don't expect me to enjoy it. But I thought I was going to enjoy this, and I would have enjoyed it if it wasn't for the paper wrapping, really, was what ruined it. That was terrible. If it was just unwrapped in there, I would just smash it up and kind of ate it like I did at the bottom. But the paper just made it so unpleasant, and it made my desk a mess, it made my carpet a mess, it made my hands a mess. That was the deal breaker for me. It was not fun to eat. It was difficult to consume. And I mean, the flavor wasn't great, but I mean, that's whatever. That's what happens when you buy cheap. When you buy a cheaper can. That's what happens when you buy a cheaper can of food. I'm not expecting great taste here. But it just was so difficult to consume. It was just so hard to consume. I'm going to put this in the box as well. Plus, alright, as far as the actual ratings go, taste, I give it a 5. Like I said before in past videos, the flavor scale or the ratings aren't reflective of my overall. They're reflective of what they should be. And I mean, that was super mediocre. Didn't taste good, didn't taste bad. So that was exactly how it should have been. As far as the smell goes, which smelled good, I didn't smell it at all. I actually don't think it made any sort of smell. I'm trying to think if it did or not. I can't remember. So probably a 5. No issue. No one would know you're eating that. If that's the goal you want. As far as utility goes, 2? No. No, a 1. A 1, yeah. I am still hungry. That was not a lot of food. That was such a pain to eat. Doesn't have the pull handle, which I like. I like when cans don't have the pull handle. But now afterwards, it just feels like, man, they just really cheated you out of everything, didn't they? I mean, you do all the work. They wrapped them, so yeah. So you had to unwrap them. You had to open them with a normal can opener. You had to unwrap them, and that was just such a mess. And this would be a huge mess. You would need paper towels. You would need a sink or something to wash your hands off every time you unwrapped one. I just can't imagine this would be good even outside of eating them out of a can, because that would be such a pain to cook with, because they were drenched in sauce. If they were so gung-ho about people cooking them, you would think they wouldn't add the sauce. I don't get those. Those were weird. Wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan. Overall, I give it a 3. Would I eat it again? No. But was it because of the taste or anything like that? No. It's just because it was such a pain. I can see why those were dusty cans on top of the Walmart shelves, because no one buys those. Could be because they seem really weird. Could be because people have bought them before. I don't know. Anyways, I'm your host, Mian. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the links in the description for the Discord and for the Purity Vanilla Minecraft server if you want to play Minecraft on there. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys next week.